The series of videos which I'll be posting with respect to the revision test paper relevant for November 2020 exam for the subject of strategic financial management. For those of you who haven't watched my first video, I'll be providing the link of that video right up here. So you can click on that link and watch that video wherein I discussed question number 1, which contained an error. Now, question number 1 was a question on valuation of bonds. Now, in today's video, we are going to discuss question number 2, which again is a question on valuation of bonds, but it will involve the concept of duration and modified duration. Now, before we go ahead and start solving the problem, I would request you to share this video as much as possible so that everyone can benefit from this. And more importantly, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and that bell icon. Now that is important. Please do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time I post any such videos. So without any further delay, let's begin. Okay, let's first go through question number 2. The following data is available for NNTC bond. Face value rupees 1000, coupon rate 7.5%, years to maturity 8 years. So effectively it is a 8-year 7.5% bond with a face value of 1000, and it's got a redemption value of rupees 1000, and it's trading at a YTM of 8%. Calculate the current market price, duration, and volatility of the bond. Now, volatility of the bond is nothing but what we refer to as modified duration. So in the first part of the problem, we are required to find the current market price, the duration, and the volatility of the bond. And 2, the expected market price if there is a decrease in the required yield by 50 basis point. Now, part 2 is dependent upon part 1, because once we find modified duration, that is the volatility of the bond, we can easily find out by how much will there be a change in the price of the bond if the yield changes by 50 basis point. So first, let us tackle the first part. And first part itself has 3 subparts. So we'll first start with finding the current market price of the bond. And for that, let us first prepare the table. So the table will have 4 columns. The first one being year, second one cash flow, third column will be the present value interest factor at 8%. That is because the bond is trading at a yield of 8%. And the fourth column will be the discounted cash flow, which will be nothing but the cash flow multiplied by the PVIF factor. Now, wherever it is repetitive, I'll speed up the video so that you don't necessarily have to watch through the whole repetitive process. So we first fill in the year column. We then fill in the cash flow. Now, if you notice, the bond carries a coupon of 7.5% and the face value is 1000. That means the annual cash flow from the bond will be rupees 75. So it will receive 75 for each of the 7 years, and in 8th year, it will receive 1075. So let's just fill that in. And 8th year, it will be 1075. Now, PVIF at 8%, you can very well find it out on the calculator. So let me just fill the present value factor at 8%. So these are the PVIF at 8%. Now let us multiply the cash flow with the PVIF to get the discounted cash flow. So now we have filled in the discounted cash flow, and we know that the sum total of the discounted cash flow, will give us the price of the bond. So if you add up all this, it will give you 970.97. So we have solved the first subpart of the first part of the question. So we have effectively found out that the current market price of the bond is equals to 970.97. So that's the first subpart of the first part. Now let us solve the second subpart of that question. The second subpart, that is 1b, we are required to find duration of the bond. Now for duration of the bond, we will use the same table which we have prepared here, but now in addition to these columns, we will introduce two more columns, one for proportion and the other for time weighted proportion. So let's prepare that table. So now for calculating duration, we use the same table, but we now introduce two more columns where we'll be calculating what is called as proportion, and here we'll be calculating what is called as time weighted proportion, right? Now proportion is nothing but a calculation of what percentage of the total price is being attributed to the first year. That is, out of a total price of 970.97, the first year can be attributed to 69.45 rupees. So now what percentage does the first year discounted cash flow form a part of the total price? So basically this will be 69.45 divided by 970.97. That will be the proportion for first year. Similarly for second year, it will be 64.28 divided by 970.97. That is the price again. In the same fashion, we calculate proportion for each year. So first year proportion would be 69.45 divided by 970.97, which gives us a proportion of 0.071. Similarly, for second year, the proportion would be 64.28 divided by 970.97. So that will give us a proportion of 0.066. So similarly, we calculate proportion for each of these years. So now we have calculated proportion for each of the 8 years. And remember, the sum total of the proportion will always be equal to 1. The next thing that we need to find out is time weighted proportion. Now time weighted proportion is nothing but period, that is year, multiplied by the proportion. That means the first year time weighted proportion would be 0.071 into 1, which will give us 0.071. The second year time weighted proportion would be 0.066 into 2, which is the period. So that would give us 0.132. And similarly, we calculate the time weighted proportion for each of these years. So for third year, it will be 0.061 into 3.183. So now we have calculated the time weighted proportion for each of these years, and the sum total of time weighted proportion will give us what we call as the duration of the bond, which in this case, if you add up all these, you will get 6.272. Therefore, duration of this bond will be 6.272 years. So we found the current market price. That was the first sub part of part 1. And then we found duration, which is the second sub part of part 1 of the question. And the next thing that we will be finding, which they have asked us, is modified duration. Now, how do we calculate modified duration? See, modified duration is calculated as duration into 1 upon 1 plus y by n, where y is equals to yield, which in this case we know is 8%. So yield, that in this case is 8%, and n is equals to number of coupons in a year. And in this case, since the bond is paying coupon annually, n will be equal to 1. Now, duration we already have calculated as 6.272 years. So now let's calculate the modified duration, which will be 6.272 into 1 upon 1 plus 0.08 whole thing divided by n, which in this case is 1. Now this gives us a modified duration of 5.81%. Now what does a modified duration tell you? Modified duration tells you that for every 100 basis point change in interest rates, the bond price will change by 5.81%. Now, in this context, it is very important to remember that the direction of the price change will depend upon the direction of the interest rate or the yield change. Meaning, if the yield goes up by 100 basis point, if the yield goes up by 100 basis point, then the price of the bond will fall by 5.81%. And similarly, if the yield comes down by 100 basis points, then the price of bond will increase by 5.81%. Now, if you want to understand the concept of duration and modified duration, I will post a link of my earlier video which I posted a couple of years right up here. So you can go there and understand the concept of duration and modified duration in much more greater depth. So we have calculated all the requirements of part 1 of the question. We calculated the current market price, then we calculated the duration, and then finally we calculated the modified duration, which came as 5.81%. Now let us move to the second part of the question. Now the second part of the question requires us to find the expected market price if there is a decrease in the required yield by 50 basis point. That means they want us to find the new price of the bond if the yield goes down by 50 basis points, right? So now let us find this part. The second part, price of bond if yield drops by 50 basis points. Now see, we have already found the price of the bond, the current market price of the bond. Now what was the current market price of the bond? Current market price of bond, we found it out as rupees 970.97, right? Then we found out the modified duration as 5.81%. So now let us put this modified duration to work. If yield drops by 100 basis points, then price of bond will increase by 5.81%. Now this relationship we know by virtue of the definition of modified duration. But in the question they have asked us that what will be the price of the bond if the yield drops by 50 basis points. Now this is for 100 basis point change. Therefore, if yield drops by 50 basis points, then price of bond will increase by how much? So this will be 50 into 5.81 upon 100, which is 2.91%. So therefore, if the yield drops by 50 basis point, the price of this bond will increase by 2.91%. So what will be the new price of the bond? Therefore, new price of bond will be rupees 970.97 plus 2.91% of 970.97. This will be rupees 970.97 plus, now 2.91% of 970.97 gives us rupees 28.21. Therefore, the new price of this bond will be rupees 999.18. So this, students, is the answer for the second part. That is, if the yield drops by 50 basis points, then the new price of this bond, then the bond price will increase from 970.97 to 999.18. So I hope you found this useful in understanding the concept of duration and modified duration. That's all for this session. Stay fit, stay healthy, and ciao.